You think you know Psalm 23, but wait until you hear what it really means. This will change everything. For centuries, Psalm 23 has comforted kings and beggars alike, whispered on battlefields, cried out in hospital rooms, and murmured at gravesides. But what if I told you that beneath the words you think you know lies a deeper, hidden story, a message so powerful it could transform your struggles, your fears, and your entire view of life itself? Today, we're going on a journey, not just to read Psalm 23, but to live it, to feel it, and to discover why this ancient song is not just poetry, but the map for surviving every valley, every shadow, and every storm you will ever face. The Lord is my shepherd, a declaration of identity David didn't say. The Lord could be my shepherd. He didn't say, the Lord might be my shepherd if I behave. He said, boldly and without hesitation, the Lord is my shepherd. You see, in ancient Israel, shepherds weren't just caretakers. They lived with their sheep. They fought for them. They slept near them. They knew them individually. David knew. He wasn't just one of 1,000 faces to God. He was known, named, loved. Question for you, dear friend. When was the last time you felt truly seen? In a world of social media and noise, it's easy to feel invisible, forgotten, just another name on a long list. But Psalm 23 whispers something stunning. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are known by the shepherd of your soul. I shall not want. Sounds simple, right? But think about your life right now, worries about bills, health scares, loneliness, fear for your children. The truth is, want screams at us daily. More money, more security, more love. David wrote these words not from a mansion, but most likely from a cave, hiding from enemies who wanted him dead. I shall not want is not a statement of circumstance. It's a declaration of faith. My shepherd provides what I need, when I need it, even when I can't see it yet. When you walk with the shepherd, scarcity is a lie, because you are walking with the source of all abundance. He makes me lie down in green pastures, the gift of rest. Imagine for a moment, you are tired, your feet are blistered, the journey is long, and suddenly, you come upon a meadow soft, green, warm in the sunlight. You collapse into the grass. You breathe. You finally let go. That's the image here. He makes me lie down, because often, you and I won't stop unless he makes us. Rest isn't laziness. Rest is worship. Rest says, God, I trust you enough to stop striving. He leads me beside still waters, calming the storm inside. Still waters, not raging rivers, not violent waves, but calm, silent, peaceful. Why? Because sheep won't drink from rushing waters. Terrifies them. And friend, maybe that's you. Maybe life's chaos has left you too afraid to drink deeply. But the shepherd, he doesn't mock your fear. He leads you patiently to stillness. Peace is not the absence of trouble. Peace is the presence of the shepherd. He restores my soul, story of personal heartbreak and healing, tears and hope. He leads me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Even when we wander, he guides us back. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. God's protection, even when we can't see it. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Story about discipline as love. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. God's provision in public battles. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows, blessings beyond what we imagine. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. Never alone, mercy will chase us, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Psalm 23 is not just a prayer for the dying. It's the anthem for the living, for the broken, for the brave, for you. No matter where you are today, lost, hurting, exhausted, your shepherd is calling you, not to walk alone, but to walk with him, step by step, breath by breath, day by day. The Lord is your shepherd. You shall not want. He restores my soul, healing from the inside out. Maybe no one told you, but your soul can break too. Not just your body, not just your heart, but your soul, the deepest part of who you are. David knew brokenness. He knew betrayal. He knew failure, the kind that makes you wonder if you're even worth saving. And yet, he wrote, "He restores my soul." Restoration doesn't mean pretending it didn't happen. Restoration means God steps into your shattered places and makes something more beautiful than before. Underscore, your brokenness is not the end of your story. It's the place where his hands will hold you most tenderly. He leads me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake, a purpose beyond you. We like to think our lives are about us, our dreams, our goals, our success. But Psalm 23 reminds us it's not just about us. It's about his name, his glory, his story. And sometimes he leads us on paths we wouldn't choose, hard paths, lonely paths, because what God is doing through you is bigger than you. He's weaving a story that echoes through eternity. Trust the path, even when you don't understand it. He leads you for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, walking through, not stopping, the valley will come, not if, when. The diagnosis, the heartbreak, the loss you thought you couldn't survive. David never said we avoid the valley. He said we walk through it. Through, not around, not above, not stuck forever. Through. The valley feels endless. The shadow feels real. But remember, a shadow can't exist without light being nearby. The darkness you fear is only the shadow of God's hand moving closer. I will fear no evil, confidence in the face of danger. Fear will come knocking, loud, terrifying. But David says something radical. I will fear no evil. Not because David was fearless, but because he knew who stood with him. For you are with me. When my son was little, he was terrified of thunderstorms. One night, a huge storm hit. He ran to me, trembling, crying. But when I pulled him into my arms, the storm outside didn't stop, but the storm inside him did. God never promised to stop every storm. He promised to hold you through it. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Love that protects and corrects. The shepherd carries two tools, the rod and the staff. The rod was for fighting enemies. The staff was for guiding sheep back when they wandered. God defends you, and yes, he corrects you, because love isn't just cuddles and kisses. Love is protecting you even when you don't realize you're in danger. Love is pulling you back when you're about to fall. Every no from God is a yes to something better. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies, victory in the midst of battle. God doesn't just rescue you in secret. He prepares a table, a banquet, right in front of the people who thought you were finished. He doesn't just want you to survive. He wants you to feast, to thrive, to overflow. There was a time in my life when betrayal nearly crushed me. People I trusted turned against me. But in the same season, God opened doors that no man could shut. He raised me up, not in secret, but in front of everyone who said I wouldn't make it. The shepherd doesn't just save you, he vindicates you. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows, lavish blessings. Anointing wasn't just ceremonial, it was healing. Shepherds would anoint sheep's heads to protect them from parasites and wounds. God's anointing heals what we can't even see. And then, my cup overflows. Not just enough, more than enough. Maybe you feel like you've been living on scraps. Just enough strength to get by. Just enough hope to survive. But God's heart for you is overflowing. Healing that overflows. Joy that overflows. Peace that overflows. Your shepherd is not a God of barely enough. He is the God of overflow. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. The chase you didn't know about, you are being chased right now. Not by failure, not by fear, not by your past, by goodness, by mercy. Every stumble, every fall, goodness and mercy are there, picking you up again. You don't have to chase blessing. Blessing is chasing you. Even when you feel most alone, goodness and mercy are running after you, faster than your regrets, faster than your fears. And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever, the final homecoming forever. Not just when you're good, not just when you have it all together, forever. You are not homeless in this universe. You have a place, you have a home, you have a forever. One day, every tear will be wiped away, every sorrow will be swallowed by joy, and you will sit at the table of the King, face to face with the shepherd who never left your side. Forever starts now. The world will tell you that you are alone, that you are forgotten, that life is a random, meaningless storm. But Psalm 23 tells another story. You are seen, you are loved, you are led, and you are destined for a home that no one can take away. The Lord is your shepherd. You shall not want. If this message touched you, share it with someone who needs to hear. You are not alone. Subscribe for more messages that heal and lift your soul.